welcome to the test run of Rise Room. You could call this the first episode if you wanted to. I'm not sure how to classify it. I'm Rye, welcome to my room, and a little bit about me. I'm physically disabled, I'm a quadriplegic. I have a disability called spastic cerebral palsy that impacts all four limbs. And I'm in a wheelchair, and I rely on specialized transportation and caregivers and yada yada yada. Let's get all that out of the way. That is a factor in my life. It is a part of my life, but it is not the totality of my life. I am more than my disability. So I don't want this program or this show or this tubecast, as I sometimes call it, to be just about that. I want it to be about life in general, because a lot of the things that I face, a lot of the funny stuff and a lot of the annoyances are just like everybody else. It's just that I have a physical disability that makes things a bit more interesting. On the other hand, I also get excellent parking spaces, so it all evens out in the end. I am also a writer. One of the things that I might do with these tubecasts is introduce a little bit of my writing. Read a little bit here and there from different stories that I've written over the years. I don't know if I'll do that. I have to look into things like rights issues. What are called First North American rights, for example. What would I be giving up toward future publication? Because I do want to be in print. And would my reading my stories out loud over YouTube like this put any of that in danger? And I had to look into that before we go any further in that regard. So it might happen, it might not. I'll have to be highly selective in what I offer, obviously, if anything. This is very informal. If you haven't already guessed, there's no script. That's why I'm stopping and starting. It was suggested that I do have a script, and maybe later on, depending on where this goes, if indeed it goes anywhere, I might do scripts and have notes and things that I want to comment on. But basically, I want to do this perfectly casually, as though the camera were someone that I was just having a conversation with in my room. And that's essentially what we're doing here. I'm talking to all of you. What kind of things am I going to be talking about other than my writing? Well, there's things going on in the world. I am a news junkie. I love news. Always have ever since I was a kid. And I love commenting on the news. I have something of a cynical edge to me. Now, I try to temper that, because cynical edges can be fine. Sarcasm can be fine, as long as it's done with respect. Now, don't roll your eyes, because if I see something or if I hear something that is evil or wrong or just plain stupid that someone has done, then I'm going to be maybe not as respectful, but I'm certainly not going to approach this with the intent of being disrespectful, of being slanderous or even libelous with regard to what I'll be reading. It's actually an interesting irony there. The whole idea that you would be tuning into a tubecast watching someone as he quite possibly reads a story to you. So it's just interesting. And the reason that I would do that, is read the stories, is because I was a part of a writers group here that recently disbanded. So I don't have a writers group to rely on for criticism anymore. And indeed for compliments. I'm not going to turn away compliments. Tell me how great a writer I am. That's wonderful. But what I really would like to know is what people don't like about my stories. I write things like action, adventure, science fiction, and fantasy. I've taken a crack at horror sometimes, and I've taken a good shot at romance and erotic writing as well. a word about that, because some people find these sort of subject matters to be disturbing and offensive. If there's a piece that I suspect will cause disturbance and possibly controversy, there's a difference between controversy and offense. But if I suspect that a piece might be controversial, I'll give whoever subscribes to or watches my Tubecasts, all 5 or 6 of you, besides myself, about 14 days notice. I will keep reminding you of the date and time that the particular episode containing the piece that I may read when it's going to be posted, and so that you'll be able to make your own decision whether or not you want to watch/hear what I will present on that day at that time. And so I think that if I do that, everything should be fine, provided YouTube doesn't pull the plug, which would make me cry because I bought this webcam. Anyway, let's keep going here. My crying is really, really pathetic. We don't need to hear that. So, yeah, that's basically the plan right now. As you can tell, everything's really low tech. There's just me, a webcam, my computer, my TV, a light that's going to make me go blind in one eye, you know. So, I mean, everything is basically the way you see it here. Depending on how things go, I might go a bit higher tech. Get a better webcam, maybe find a way to have some special effects, and so on and so forth. But we'll see whether or not this goes anywhere at all. It could just die, I don't know. But it's important that I try this, because I'm tired of hiding. I spent a lot of my life in isolation, social isolation, self-imposed in large part, but social isolation nonetheless. And I'm trying to get out of that. And this is part of the way I'm trying to get out of that. So it's going to be an interesting experience. I hope you'll stay. I hope you'll join me. And I hope to see you soon in Rise Room. Bye for now.